From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, January the 9th, 2018. Israeli security forces arrested a young Palestinian woman today after she was found in possession of a utility knife and a bottle of gasoline at a bus stop in the West Bank. According to the IDF, the young woman was observed by an Israeli civilian who said she was acting strangely. He drew his gun and told her to stand still. She then took out a knife and threw it down to the ground. IDF soldiers soon arrived at the scene and found the gasoline and took her for questioning. A monument in tribute to 4 IDF soldiers who were murdered in a deadly terror attack last year was unveiled yesterday in Jerusalem. If you recall, on January the 8th of 2017, Arab-Israeli Fadi al-Kanbar drove a truck deliberately into a group of soldiers who were gathered at the Haas Promenade in the neighborhood of East Talpiot, killing 20-year-old Lieutenant Yael Yakutiel, 22-year-old Lieutenant Shir Hajjaj, 20-year-old Second Lieutenant Shira Tzur, and 20-year-old Second Lieutenant Erez Orbach, and injuring over a dozen others before the driver was shot and killed. Yesterday, family and friends attended the one-year anniversary and unveiled the monument led by Jerusalem Mayor Nir Barkat. On the anniversary of a deadly attack at a kosher supermarket in Paris, 2 other kosher stores were damaged in a fire near the city. As we reported to you yesterday, French President Emmanuel Macron paid tribute to the 4 Jewish victims of the terror attack at the Hypercacher market on Sunday, as well as the 11 victims of the Charlie Hebdo attack, both of which occurred during a terror spree in Paris between January the 7th and the 9th. In the early morning hours today, January the 9th, the Promo Stock store in the Paris suburb of Créteil was set ablaze, and that fire spread to a local branch of the Hypercacher chain in the town. No one was hurt, but there was extensive damage. While no official motive has yet been determined, the timing of the arson, plus the fact that swastikas were painted on both stores just a few weeks ago, suggest an anti-Semitic motive. The Associated Press cited the regional prosecutor's office saying that the fire was being treated as a criminal act. Israel's ambassador to France, Aliza Ben-Noon, called the fire a, quote, shameful provocation. Well, we wanted to let you know about a 19-year-old Jewish college student who is missing. Blaise Bernstein is a student at the University of Pennsylvania. He was on winter break at his parents' home in Southern California when he went missing just a week ago from the area of Foothill Ranch. Anyone with any information is asked to contact the Orange County Sheriff's Department at 714-647-7000. The World Jewish Congress launched its 2nd annual We Remember initiative this week. The project is aimed at fighting anti-Semitism and all forms of hatred, genocide, and xenophobia. The WJC is reaching out to millions of people across the globe to photograph themselves holding a sign with the hashtag We Remember and post the image to social media. WJC President Ronald Lauder said that in today's digital age, social media is the only tool that can allow us to connect the world together with this message. He said it is now the responsibility of the younger generation to teach their friends about the horrors of hatred and to spread the message that never again must mean never again. The We Remember campaign will run through International Holocaust Remembrance Day on January the 27th. And plans to build a Holocaust museum in Greece are said to be progressing. A presidential decree was signed on December the 29th for the museum to be constructed in the city of Thessaloniki, where over 50,000 citizens were deported and murdered in the Nazi death camps. The present Jewish community in the city said the museum will serve as a continuous reminder of the consequences of the prevalence of racism and intolerance as a memorial of the Holocaust and as a place of defense and promotion of human rights and fundamental freedoms of humankind, and as a place of peaceful coexistence for all people. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, January the 9th. At 7 o'clock, Yedidia Koren of the Shalom Hartman Institute of North America talks about the role that non-Jews can play in Jewish community ritual. At 8 o'clock, Assistant Professor of Political Science at University of Connecticut, Beth Ginsburg, discusses the history of Jewish political participation in the U.S. and other world governments. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Jewish Democratic former New York Congressman Steve Israel on L'chaim. And at 10, author Myron Sugarman talks about the Jewish mafia in the 1930s. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's the ILTV program Frenemies. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, January the 9th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.